What up, SuperViewers? I'm Brian Ellis Clark.
And I'm Mark Conway, of course.
And this is SuperViewer. We're watching reactions to trailers we want to, but that's not all we're going to do. Today, we're reacting to Marvel's Iron Fist. I'm a couple episodes into Luke Cage. I finally finished Season 2 of Daredevil. I was waiting because of Riff channels, but Riff changed, and I was like, I'm giving up on this for now, unless they change back.
Dude, Netflix original content, man, dude. They're killing it, man.
Let's Netflix and chill on this Marvel stuff.
Without the sex. Sorry.
There's a lot you can do without sex. Depending on your definition of sex.
That is my A cup. Thank you, sir.
Mouth stuff doesn't make you deflowered.
Hi, I'm Danny Rand. I've been away a long time.
Let's go. You don't belong here.
I'm Danny Rand. Guys, I just want to talk.
Oh shit.
Look, I'm Bruce Wayne, but I'm okay showing you I can fight.
I left here 10 years old in a jet with my parents.
Oh
I'm
shit.
a lone survivor.
I'm also pulling from The Amazing Spider-Man.
Why'd you wait this long to show up? How the hell did he learn
And
martial
a
arts?
little bit of arrow there.
Yeah.
Where'd you train?
Kunlun. My father instilled in me a love and respect for this company that has never faded. This is my home.
Rand is my company.
Oh shit.
City is no place for Danny Rand.
Well, that's a way to streamline it, because
What
like
happened to you?
in Batman
Why are you
Begins,
really back here?
the company and the villain were on different sides, or separate issues.
No, for sure.
I know what they are.
Ironically, for a 13-hour movie, that's a way to.
Someone with special skills.
I love that Rosario Dawson's in all the series, even a couple episodes.
This is my
Oh
destiny.
dang, she's there too. Final Defender.
Arrives.
It's time.
Is it? Is it time?
I'm going with you.
No, you're not.
You need me.
The change is coming, Dan.
Become what you were meant to be.
I like that kind of dubstep.
I am
a little bit
the
in
Iron
it.
A little bit.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah. Only on Netflix.
And I wonder how many episodes this is going to have, because there was a lot of rumor way back when that this was just going to become a TV movie. They were having a hard time figuring out how to tackle it because it's not very Daredevil, like ground level Defender stuff.
Nice.
And then, a series of unfortunate events. What's that Drew Barrymore diet zombie one?
Yeah.
Those both have 8 episodes. And if they really did have such a problem, like, getting a lot of story for this, and I heard Luke Cage got a little long in the tooth with 13, I wonder if it's going to be 13 episodes.
I mean, how many was the first season of Daredevil?
All of them have been 13 so far.
Okay. Well, I mean, 13 may be the magic number. So, I mean, we'll see.
I mean, if it's true that they were having trouble.
I've seen all the trailers to all of them. I can definitely say this probably excites me the least out of all of them, comparative to Daredevil. I don't know. There's just nothing in there that I'm a huge fan of Arrow, and that's very reminiscent of Arrow. It's almost like an Arrow ripoff. I mean, he literally, disappeared, came back after so many years, and then is trained again. I mean,
you could say Arrow's a ripoff of Batman.
Oh, there's that too. I mean, specifically the part of actually, it's even more specific. I got Bruce Wayne ran away and everything else, and then disappeared. Oliver Queen disappeared on a boat, and
So
everybody
it's
thought
like
he
a
was
combo
dead.
of that.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of a combo and everything else, and then there seems to be a little bit more elements of Arrow in that versus elements of Batman. And I guess I'm just such a fan of Arrow that anything that's like Arrow and everything. And honestly, the trailer was was okay. I mean, it followed the same stereotypical kind of things that I would expect to see. I didn't see anything that blew my mind.
You know what? I could kind of see why it seems so similar. is when they were first doing Thor, the first Thor, the original draft was going to be in like Norse times, where he falls down into Norse times.
Interesting.
And then they were like, it's kind of a big pill to swallow to introduce two worlds that you're not familiar with, you know, so they put it in present time.
It makes sense.
Made it easier to go with Avengers and stuff.
Oh,
but
yeah, absolutely.
what I could see with this is they're starting off with such familiar elements so that they can introduce the glowing fist.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is a pretty ridiculous premise. I get that.
Like,
I understand that.
Maybe just to give it benefit of doubt, because we haven't had a real reason on Netflix to be like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
No. I mean, yeah, Netflix is very rarely on their original content let anybody down. I mean, you know,
Except for that Marco Polo one, apparently.
I have not seen that, nor do I know.
It's the first one that got canceled after 2 seasons.
Oh, really?
$200 million.
I mean, but for the most part, Netflix has been pretty much hitting home runs. So, I definitely. I mean, I got to see the rest of the shows. I haven't really given enough time to Daredevil and also to Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. I know everybody says Jessica Jones
so far.
But seeing all of those trailers, I've seen the one for Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones, and this one. I can say among all of those trailers, I look forward to that one the least.
So let's play a little game. Obviously, in the Netflix realm, Daredevil is Iron Man because he has Daredevil 1 and 2 before the Avengers, Defenders.
Of course.
This, let's just say he's Thor because it's magical. It kind of makes a little bit.
Okay.
Who do you think, based on trailers, Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are? Luke Cage could be Hulk.
Definitely get on that. But you know what? But Jessica Jones, though, is not Black Widow by any means.
I mean, what was the other ones? There was Steve Rogers as the main people. Steve Rogers and Luke Cage could be Steve Rogers.
I mean, Jessica Jones
Captain
is
America.
Jessica
Jones could be Hulk. She gets.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but she has a.
I mean, from what I've seen, heard, and described it, and everything else, Jessica Jones is kind of an asshole, and she kind of has a lot of problems. She's an alcoholic, and everything else. Like nobody on the
need to binge that.
Nobody on the Avengers is like that. Like the only one that remotely has problems and is kind of a dick and everything else is Deadpool.
Well, that's Fox.
I know, I understand that, but I mean, that's the only one that that is actually the most real. I mean, Iron Man has this set of issues and everything else, but I mean, if you want to talk about realism and being the closest to a real person and everything else, ironically enough, the guy who knows he's in a fucking comic book is the closest one to a real person in the realm. I mean, everybody's kind of got their niche that's kind of not based in reality. So I mean.
Well, before this gets too long.
Yeah, long in the tooth. I am sideways. Sideways.
The trailer?
Yeah, it's good. Definitely the trailer. No, I know. And
I'm ready for it. I'm gonna enjoy not having to record myself doing them and just binge.
Fair enough. All right. As always, please help us out. Subscribe right below.
If you got this far,
Jonathan,
to hit vlogs. He's doing minute vlogs like I'm doing.
Yay! See you later.
3, 2, more time for John.